Hi guys, welcome to my coloring corner. You are with Renee and we have the 180 Brutfuner pencils here. And I have gone through and swatched them and everything else, but are they really Brutfuners? That's the question. Um, as I was going through these, and I have heard through the grapevine that these are the exact same pencils as other pencils. So I'm going to switch over to the swatch for you so you can watch that and take a look and see little things that I've noticed throughout this set. And I will, of course, point them out afterwards. So I will switch on over to that swatch for you, and I will be right back with you. I will speed it up and add a little bit of music just to relax you a little bit before I get you overexcited. All right, so I will be right back. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Um, so after going through these pencils and looking at them, not only are they identical number-wise, color-wise, and name-wise to another brand, which was the Shuttle Arts, and I have those right here. And I will move the Brutfuners over so that we can take a look at the Shuttle Arts, and then I'll go through the swatches between the Shuttle Arts and the Brutfuners. But there's another company that has a new 180 set out that didn't have a 180 set when I bought them. And I was a little excited about it until now. So I'm not so excited about it anymore. So these are the Shuttle Arts. And as you can see, they're practically the same. Barrel-wise, everything else. My husband measured the core of the Shuttle Arts and the new Brutfuners, and they're identical. They're the exact same core size. Now I'm going to pull one that I know. Let's see, blood red. Where is it? It's probably this one that's turned. Well, we'll just grab red. And where is red in here? Of course, probably on the other. It's probably on the, oh, there's fresh red. So fresh red. These are both fresh red. Identical number 67. I'm going to switch you over to the other camera so you can see better. Okay, so number 67, fresh red. The writing is identical and the numbering is identical. The coloring on the ends is identical. The only difference is the Brutfuner name. Now, this is a Brutfuner. So let's find something that's similar to that color. The Brutfuners that I have are from last year. Now, as you can see, the Brutfuner name is completely different. Oh, that's pretty good. I got number 73 and this is number 67. The numbers are different. Number 67 in the Brutfuners is a completely different color. And if I can find my swatch sheets, because I put them somewhere so that I wouldn't lose them, and then I lost them. I've got stuff all over the place, guys, because I'm going through 4 different sets of pencils here, trying to find whether or not these are actually Brutfuner pencils. So let's find number 67. This is my old Brutfuner colored pencil sheet. And there is no 67 in the reds. Uh, 67 in the old Brutfuners is a dark blue. It's almost a indigo blue. So not even close on the coloring, numbering for the old ones. And I've also got the Brutfuner squares here as well. Now I can't see what the color names are on the Brutfuner squares, but I can see the numbers. So let's find number 67 in the Brutfuner squares. And it's actually this one here, which isn't even close to a red. So I'm not feeling that these are the same colored pencils. However, like I said, in the Shuttle Arts, they're identical. So in the Shuttle Arts, we have number 67, Fresh Red. There we go. So they are identical to the Shuttle Arts. So another company that also seems to have a new set of 180s out is the Sioux Color. And I have Sioux Color colored pencils from when they were only available in the 72 pack. They do not have names on them. They do not have, they have numbers on them, and that's it. The colors in that as well from the 60 some odd set, I was excited to see that they had come out with a larger set until I went to Amazon and they had a picture of the Sioux Color pencils. I don't know why I closed that. I need to open so I can do a comparison swatching for you. I'm going to get rid of this tin because I've got them out of the tin for now. Sorry about that. That's noisy. Noisy, noisy, noisy. Like I said, I've got 4 different sets of pencils here. I've got the original Brutfuners. I've got the square Brutfuners, and I've got the Shuttle Arts open here. And I'm going to actually even grab my Sioux Color and see if we can find anything in the Sioux Color. I'm just going to actually grab the swatch sheet that resembles those numbers and colors. Wasn't going to do this, but because, like I said, the Sioux Color is a very small number that I have, so there's no way that they're going to match up whatsoever. I have put numbers and names on these. I don't think the original Sioux Colors. Let's grab them and find out. So this one here should be Sioux Color. Nope. This one? Yeah. So the original Sioux Colors that I got were in a little tube. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. And they are numbered. I didn't open that properly. Oh, now I'm moving you around. So they are numbered, but they're numbered 1 through 72. So let's see. Oh, I've got you on the other camera. Okay. They do have the same structure, the same tip. Like, let's see if we can grab a red here. This one here. So this one is number 22. And it has the same black barrel, the same color tip, the same silver band, as well as pretty much the same word stamps. Like the font on the word stamp is pretty much the same as the Shuttle Arts. Let's see. Let's put this color, which is red. So they've got the same name. No, even the Sioux Colors writing is different than the Shuttle Arts and the what they're calling the Brutfuners. Now, as I went through, okay, I'm going to put these away because, like I said, I've got stuff everywhere. I'm going to move these down here, and then we're going to go through some of these swatch sheets, because I don't think on the shuttle arts. Okay, so these are the shuttle arts. And we'll put this away over here, because I have everything all over my desk. All right, so in one of the areas, there is a pencil called Shallow Orange. And that pencil, well, there it is. So this is Shallow Orange. And as you can see on the Shuttle Arts, it actually says Shallow Orange. On the Brutfuners, there's the E is missing. Exact same number, exact same color, but there's a typo. And I found a few typos in that set, as well as some strange color things. So let's take a look at some of the colors of the Shuttle Arts compared to the colors in the Brutfuners, and see if I can find those problems, because I asterisked them. So Shallow Orange was one of them, and Bright Pink and Bright Red. So Bright Pink is still the reddy color, 72, so it's the same color, and Bright Red is more of a pinky color, so I think they got those switched up. Metallic Ochre, there was two of them, or ochre, sorry. There's two metallic ochres. I just gotta find the other one. So there's a metallic ochre there, which is number 30, as well as a metallic ochre there, which is number 33. And they are completely different colors altogether. So this one is darker, and this one is more of a pink. This one's more of a pale purple. So let's take a look and see if they have that same problem in the metallics here. So number M30 in the Shuttle Arts is metallic pink, and M33 is ochre. So that's a slight difference as well. So what I'm wondering is, did Shuttle Arts decide to come out with a 180 set in the 4mm instead of the 3mm, because they do have a 180 set in the 3mm. And the company that was doing these sets, did that company mess up and end up with too many mistakes and too much of a quality problem for this 180 set for Shuttle Arts to bring it to market? And then did they sell this 180 set design and pencils to Brutfuner and Sioux Color and just use the entire works that they had already set up for Shuttle Arts? Those are my questions, and I don't know how to answer those. But definitely from what I'm seeing, both on the swatch pages I've done between the Brutfuners and the Shuttle Arts, is the 174 set of the Shuttle Arts, which is the 4mm core set that I absolutely love. They're the same colors as the 180 set of the Brutfuner. There's a few extra colors in the Brutfuner, but there it's not a lot. There's too many inconsistencies in the Brutfuner pencils as far as I'm concerned, with not only different wording or different spelling, but also the feeling of the pencils is inconsistent. I had scratchiness and really poor laydown in the reds area, pinks and purples into the blues, and then really smooth laydown in the greens and the yellows. So it felt really scratchy on some of these pencils, where with the Shuttle Arts, they weren't scratchy at all. So what I'm wondering is, and what I'm thinking, and I may be wrong, happens all the time, is that the company that produces, the factory that produces the Shuttle Arts pencils, sold this set because Shuttle Arts didn't want it because of the inconsistencies and the quality control problems. Like I said, there are a lot of spelling errors. For example, the shallow orange, missing the E at the end of orange. There seems to be a couple of different names that look exactly the same. Like, I gotta find them, hold on a sec. On one area, let's see if I can find it. They had ochre, like ochre, 4 different times in this sheet. So there's the metallic ochre, which is different than the actual metallic ochre. Then they had it again in the browns as well. They have light ochre or ochre and ochre, regular ochre. So I could have swore, and it may have just been me. It may have just been because of the metallic ochre. Yeah, I think that's what it was the metallic ochre. Threw me for a loop. And for the fact that there was 2 of the metallic ochres. Yeah. So I'm not, like I said, there's a lot of exact same numbers throughout both areas, like pale blue, and let's see if I can find pale blue. Maybe pale blue isn't in the 170. That might be one of the new ones. But we have light sky blue, which is number 130, and light sky blue, which is number 130, and they're exactly the same. Let's see, sky blue and sky blue, identical. So these are my thoughts on it. If you want a set of shuttle shuttle arts, buy a set of shuttle arts. They buy the 174 set or the 180 set that they already had on the market before these ones came out. The 180 set that they already had on the market before these came out do have a smaller core listed on their advertisement. I have not bought them. I cannot attest to this. The 174 set that I do have, which is this set here, does have a 4mm core, the same as what this 180 Brutfuner set has. They say the Brutfuners are oil-based, and I have used enough oil-based pencils to know that these are not oil-based. They don't feel oil-based. They don't even feel the same as a Brutfuner. Between the Brutfuner squares and the Brutfuners that I already owned, they don't feel the same at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of each of the colors that is as close to the same color as possible. And I'm going to, I know I have a piece of paper around here somewhere. I'm going to see if we can look at the colors of them and see if there's any inconsistencies or problems with the colors. And see if they are actually the same color. Now, I think the closest one I have is the creamy yellow. Let's see. I'm going to switch you over because I can barely see that. And I'll turn on the light. So this is the old Brutfuner creamy, well, it's a yellow. Like I said, the old Brutfuner is from last year, and I've only had these for just over a year. So I can't attest to what actual color it is because they don't have color names on them. But that's the old one, and it went down without any scratching. And very consistently all the way through. That's an oil-based pencil. Now this is the Brutfuner creamy yellow from this set, and it's a little scratchy and quite inconsistent. I'm using the same amount of pressure that I was with the other one, and you can tell the difference in the consistencies between the two pencils. So I think this one here, which is new Brutfuner, is a wax base, and you can see I've got so much stuff on my desk I can't move things around. Under the light, you can see that this has a bit of an oil and this doesn't. So I'm going to actually take a little bit of oil and blend it, because the other one won't blend with this oil. So I'm just going to use a little bit of coconut oil on my finger. So this is coconut oil, as you can probably see. And it's pulling that color. See how it's pulling that color over? So that tells me that that is blendable with an oil. Usually with a wax, you do this and nothing moves. So I went the opposite direction, and absolutely none of that color moved. So that tells me that that is a wax base. That is not an oil-based colored pencil whatsoever. We're going to grab the pale yellow in these ones as well. Now this is a shuttle art, and I'm going to go below it because there's oil there. And there's no scratching. The color is a little different. This is quite a bit paler. Pretty sure it was pale yellow that I used. Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it was creamy yellow. That's right. It was creamy yellow. No, that's canary. Where's my creamy yellow? There it is. So yeah, that's why that's a different color. So I'll do it up here. It's like, okay, that's not the right color. So as you can probably see, they are identical in color as well. This one here I know is a wax because that's what they've told us. Well, I don't know because that's what they've told us. And lately it seems that they can tell us whatever they want to tell us, and whether it's true or not is a different story altogether. And that didn't move either. So yeah, that's a wax base. Okay, so the original Brutfuners are definitely oil-based. This new set of Brutfuners are identical, absolutely identical to the shuttle arts. There are some inconsistencies in laydown. There are some inconsistencies in naming, spelling errors, whatnot. But the numbers are identical all the way through. So let's see. Let's look at the grays here. So we've got silver gray, 137, 137. I'm going to switch over so you can see it better. So 137, 137. Dark gray. Is number 79, number 79. Slate gray is 152 and 152 down here. So everything that I've looked at so far has the exact same numbers, the exact same colors. However, I found a lot of scratching in the new set compared to the old set. Well, compared to the shuttle arts, as well as some spelling errors. That was the other one I was going to show you. In here, they've got gray spelt with an AY. Switch over. With an AY. If I can ever get it up into the camera area. So they've got the light grayish pink and the grayish pink spelt with an AY. And let's see, do they have, and on here, they have it spelt with an AY. And then when they go into the actual gray colors, they switch over to an EY as well. So that is also a consistency right through. Same with gray blue. They use a AY. Let's see if they do on this one as well. I think Okay. Yeah. On this one, they use an EY. See, they've got a AY there and an EY here. So let's take a look at gray blue and see if it's their spelling error or mine, because sometimes I like to switch them back and forth. So I'm just going to move the Brutfuners, the actual Brutfuners, so I can get into this a little bit easier. What number am I looking for? And I was going to pull these all out, but there's so many. Yeah, see, this one here is GREY, which is the shuttle art. And then we'll get the blues here. Oh, this one's great. GREY as well. So I was the one that put an A there for this one. Okay. So yeah, they're the exact same. Identical. Also, I noticed a little bit of inconsistency in the cores. Some are very, very off-center. So some are really, really dead center, but there are a couple that are off-center. But that's the same way in the shuttle arts as well. So it's not a huge ordeal. They're not so bad that you can't use them. But the thing that bugs me is you're paying for Brutfuners. You expect to be using Brutfuners. And these are in no way Brutfuner pencils. Well, I guess they could be. They could have been purchased by Brutfuner to do their 180 set with, but I think they are a cast off, and this is just my opinion. This is absolutely in no way at all something that I have proved. However, there's too many companies out there using the exact same pencils. If you look at the advertisement on Amazon for the Sioux Color 180 set, the same spelling error on Shallow Orange is on that set. They have the exact same barrels, the exact same type of writing. The only difference is the Sioux Color name instead of the Brutfuner name or the shuttle art name. So basically, my opinion is that they are not Brutfuner. They are not oil-based. They are not to their quality. They are very scratchy on some areas, very smooth on others. They're very inconsistent across the board. They have some, oh, that was another one, was they spelled grape as crepe myrtle in the Brutfuners. And let's see, where is it? What number was that? Because I just noticed it. 131. And in these ones, they spelt it with a G, not a C. So right there. Grape myrtle. And I've got the pencil right here. No, this one is a C as well. So they've got the same inconsistencies, the same, you know, maybe that is supposed to be crepe myrtle, not grape myrtle. I don't know. To me, it's odd, but it is the exact same spelling on both sets. So I may have corrected it on my sheet because I thought it was more of a grape, not a crepe. So that was probably also me. But they're identical all the way across the board. I found that the laydown was a little bit scratchier than with the Brutfuners and the Shuttle Arts. I found a couple of spelling errors, as well as a couple of errors of labeling, like the pink, metallic pink is labeled as metallic ochre in this set. And the metallic ochre, of course, is labeled as metallic ochre. Ochre. Sorry, guys. All in all, if I was given the option to purchase them again, I would not. They are not Brutfuners as far as I'm concerned. They do not have an oil base. They do not have the same quality that I have found in previous brands of Brutfuners, such as the square Brutfuners, as well as the round barrel ones that I purchased out of South Sun and the Guanghai. Those two both have the identical pencils with the identical writing. Brutfuner has a very specific way that they write their name, and you can see it on these pencils. Let's find you a dark pencil so that you can see it better. I don't know why I'm showing you them on light pencils, so you can't see them very well. Okay, so I'll switch you over to the other camera here. There we go. So as you can see, that the way that Brutfuner has written their name there is exactly the same way. I'm going to grab the square Brutfuner because they're the only other set that I have that I feel is the same. The feeling of the pencils is the same, the laydown is the same, the font and the way that they spell out their name is the same. I'm going to find a dark pencil so you can see it properly. So, you know, the way that the font that they use and the way that they what is the word for that? They slant their letters is the same between these two pencils. You know, the F font is the same. And like I said, the laydown is very, very, very similar. And I did blend the square Brutfuners with oil, and they blended beautifully with oil. These round ones that I have here are very inconsistent with, well, they won't blend with oil. I just tried, and they don't blend with oil. Another thing I found with the round Brutfuners that I have from ages ago, the 001 is a red, and this is a black. So it's very inconsistent with being a Brutfuner, as far as I'm concerned. It is very consistent with the numbering and naming of Shuttle Arts. So, of course, make your own decisions, make up your own minds. I myself am considering sending them back because of the scratchiness that they have compared to the original Shuttle Arts that I purchased. Well, that were purchased for me. My husband bought them for me for our anniversary. So I don't think I'm going to keep them myself. I don't need a set of pencils that I'm not ever going to use. I might try them on cardstock instead of the coloring book paper that these are made out of. But I've always found that these swatch sheets out of the swatch books that Penny produces is pretty good. And I had swatched this set, the Shuttle Art set, on the exact same swatch paper. So if they can lay down on this paper smoothly, you know, there's a little bit of white spot and whatnot, but that's expected. It was the scratch of the pencil when it was going over the paper that I didn't like. That didn't happen with the shuttle arts. So I honestly think that the company that manufactures the shuttle art pencils may have sold a run of defective pencils for really cheap to different companies, basically, and just slap their names on them. And that's what I think, personally. Of course, I could be wrong. I don't think I am, unfortunately. Like I said, there is an exact same spelling error on the Sioux color as is with the Brutfuner. And that spelling error is not in the original shuttle arts. So with that being said, I thank you all very, very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it enlightening, at least gave you a little bit more information on what could be possibly going on, as well as some information of what to watch for when you're purchasing a brand such as Brutfuner, because there are a lot of companies out there, and they even have the Brutfuner tin exactly the same as the square Brutfuners. So it may even be the fact that it is the Brutfuner company that purchased the runoff of these pencils for their set. But I do believe that they are a bad run of a 180 set that Shuttle Arts had decided to put out in the 4mm core, that with the quality issues, or maybe even with financial issues, I'm not sure exactly why they would not put them on the market. But with the fact that they didn't put them on the market themselves, it tells me that there may have been something wrong with them, that, or some financial reason that they weren't put on the market. But they are in all in all looks, feels, and size. The fact that they are wax based, everything else all tells me that they are not Brutfuners. And that is my opinion, and only my opinion. If you find out otherwise, or if you find out some more information about this that I don't have, please send me a message, send me an email. My email address is on the banner of my channel, as well as in the about section of this video. Leave me a comment. I always get back to everybody that leaves me a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if I can research it more and find out more information, I will update the video or put out an update video to it. Otherwise, I myself, I say no, they're not Brutfuners. They're not even in the same ball game as Brutfuners, as the original Brutfuners, as well as the square Brutfuners. And those are the only ones that I can go by. So with that being said, I thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it at least a little bit enlightening, and gave you some information so that you can make your own decisions, so that you can make your own choices. I would never ever tell you, this is the choice you have to make. This is the choice I'm going to make, is I'm going to, well, there's two different suggestions that I can give you. If you've already purchased the shuttle art, and then you bought the Brutfuners thinking that they were the same consistency and everything else as the oil-based Brutfuners or the square Brutfuners, because that was another trick that I didn't like either, is when the square Brutfuners sold out, they put all of the links for the square Brutfuners on everybody's videos going to this 180 set, and I didn't like that either. This is the 180 set that link goes to when you click on a square Brutfuner link. But these pencils are not consistent with even the square Brutfuners. The square Brutfuners even go down a lot better. So, yeah, if you purchased Shuttle Arts a while ago, and you purchased the 174 set, then you can definitely avoid purchasing the Brutfuner set as well, because they are the same colors. They are the same, exact same pencils. I find that the Brutfuners have a couple of consistency issues and are scratchy with some of the different colors that I didn't find with the Shuttle Arts. So if you did end up buying the Brutfuner 180 set and you're not having the consistency issues with the colors, put them aside and keep them to replace the Shuttle Arts as you use them up. You can always use them as a spare. Pull the colors that are extra out of it and use them as a spare. And if they weren't a little bit inconsistent in the color laydown, I probably would too. But to me, they're just scratchy, and I don't like scratchy. So, and I will try them on a cardstock picture just to make sure that it's not just something to do with this paper before I send them back. And I will leave an update in the comment section when I do that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. And of course, you know, everything in this video, of course, is completely my own opinion and no way in shape or form the opinion of YouTube or any of other affiliates. Of course, hit like if you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment if you have some information that I haven't mentioned, or that can enlighten me a little bit more on where these came from, because I don't know it all. I'm not ever going to ever say I do, and I am wrong a lot of times. So if I am wrong, please tell me I am wrong. Of course, if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you enjoy the content of the channel, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. I do put out a video at least 6 days a week. And if you are not a member of our Facebook group and want to join us over on Facebook, just hit the little link up on the banner in my channel. There is a link to the Facebook group, as well as in the about section of this video. There is always a link in all of the about sections in the video. Other than that, Happy New Year, everyone. I completely forgot that it was New Year's Eve. I hope you all have a fantastic New Year and a wonderful day. All right. Thanks a lot for joining me. Bye-bye for now.